One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junction. Percy was glad to see him. "Are you on your way to the big station, Thomas?" "Yes, I am. Why?" "Because I'm going there too." "I think something's up." Toby looked at the sky. "Where?" "Not up there, down here," laughed Thomas. "How can something be up when it's down?" Thomas was too excited to explain. "Bust my buffers, look over there." Mavis, Oko, Bill, Ben, Donald, Oliver and Douglas paraded past. "Good evening, you three," whistled Donald. "Aren't we all a fine sight?" "Very splendid indeed," admired Toby. "It's sorry we can't stop. The Fat Controller wants us all together at the station." "What is this about?" asked Thomas. "The Fat Controller has a plan," answered his driver. "Come on." So they followed the other engines to the big station at the end of the line. "Halt!" called the Fat Controller. "I have an important letter to read from a little girl who is 5 years old." "Dear Thomas and all the engines, please can I meet you? My friends say they would like to meet you too. You could come to my house for tea, but my mummy says there aren't any railway tracks to my house. Can you come to the station instead? Thank you very much." "It seems," continued the Fat Controller, "that there are many girls and boys who would like to meet you. Therefore, we are all going to the big city far away." "Hooray! Hooray!" the engines whistled. "Halt!" called the Fat Controller. "Other engines will be working here while you are away, so please show them what to do." As Annie and Clarabelle were going to the big city too, Thomas and Oliver practiced with some other coaches. Thomas grew more and more excited. Too excited for his own good. "I'm glad I'm a splendid engine," he puffed. "The Fat Controller thinks I'm really useful. I had a race with Bertie once. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers." Then Thomas made his mistake. "Just like this," he boasted. No one was hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned to the Fat Controller. "I'll send up the workmen," he said. "But if they can't mend Thomas in time, we'll have to go to the big city without him." Poor Thomas. 8 o'clock next morning. The engines waited at the junction. Toby and Percy were each on a truck, and Duck had pushed them into place behind Edward. Gordon, James and Henry were waiting to lead off. They whistled impatiently. The Fat Controller looked at his watch. "I'll wait one more minute for Thomas, then we have to go." "Oh, thank goodness you're still here," panted Thomas. "I hope we're not late, as it's just after 8. The guard blew his whistle and waved his flag. The engines cheered. "Look out, big city, here we come!" And the cavalcade puffed away. Later in the big city, all the engines were lined up in a splendid shed. The children were delighted to meet their friends. "I'm glad the little girl wrote to us," whispered Thomas to Percy. "Isn't it wonderful what happiness a letter can bring?" Toby the tram engine has cow catchers and side plates. They help to prevent animals from getting hurt if they should stray onto the line. Daisy thought Toby's fenders were silly. You're afraid of getting hurt yourself, she flounced. I'm not, huffed Toby. You are? I've not got stupid cow catchers, but I'm not frightened. I'd just toot and they'd all go away. But they don't, said Toby simply. They would with me. Animals always run if you toot and look them in the eye. Even bulls, said Daisy confidently. Daisy had never met a bull, but she purred away quite unconcerned. She tooted at a farm crossing and a horse and cart halted while she went by. She said. It's easy, I just toot and they all stand aside. Poor little Toby, I'm sorry he's frightened. At the next station, a policeman was waiting. There's a bull on the line, he warned. Please persuade it to return to the farmer. Daisy was excited. Now, she thought, I'll show Toby how to manage bulls. Champion isn't really a fierce bull, but this morning he was cross. He'd strayed from his field, crashed through a fence, slithered down a slope, and now he didn't know where he was. Suddenly, he saw some grass. Now for my breakfast, he thought. Tooted Daisy. Go on! Champion was too busy chomping to take any notice. Said Daisy again. Champion kept grazing. This is all wrong, thought Daisy. How can I look him in the eye if he won't turn around? At last he did. Said Champion. Murmured Daisy. Why doesn't he run away? Go on, Daisy, said her driver. He's harmless. Yes, said Daisy unhappily. You know he's harmless, and I know he's harmless, but does he know? Look at his horns. If I bumped into him, he might hurt me. Then, the farmer wouldn't like that. Champion sniffed at Daisy. Oof! Said Daisy, and that was that. Daisy did no more. Toby was bemused and amused to see her back in the station so soon. Bulls always run away if you toot and look 'em in the eye, eh, Daisy? Daisy stayed silent. Ah, well, continued Toby, we can live and learn. I'd better chase him away for you, I suppose. He clanked away to find Champion. Toby's bell rang and his whistle sounded, but Champion took no notice. Then Toby whooshed loudly. That did the trick. Toby whooshed a little more, and breakfast over, Champion chunted away to join the farmer. Daisy was feeling exhausted. She was glad when her day's work was over. Some boys were on the platform. Look, Daisy, one teased, I've got some sweets. They're called bullseyes. I like them. Do you? Said Daisy. Keep your old bullseyes. And she scuttled to her shed.